So I was asked to talk about reframing the word no in sales. And when I think about it, no is really the first word we learn. It's the first word we hear our parents say. It's the word no. It's for our own good because they care for us and they want us to stay away from things that would hurt us. So they quickly teach us the word no. No matter how important this was back then, somehow the word no became ingrained in our heads in a way that made us fear that word. No was ingrained in our brains as a word we fear. And today, it's the one word that stands between us and success in the sales career. It's the word no. So the problem here is simple. We have the wrong attitude to a simple word. The attitude exists since our childhood, so it's stuck there for years and years. So what I'm going to do now is update the meaning of the word no in your head. It's possible you haven't heard this before, but I'm going to prove to you that no is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm going to show you that you have an emotional reaction, a reaction of fear, to the possibility of getting a no, which is ingrained in your head since your childhood. But this won't lead you anywhere in adult life. And I'll show you how you can replace this negative attitude with a new attitude, with one that will transform the word no into a process you have to go through to become successful in sales. So the first thing I'd like you to know is no doesn't mean no sale. And there's a guide to reframe rejection in sales. The secret is no isn't a dead end. It's a stepping stone. By reframing the word no and focusing on the prospect's needs, you can keep the conversation flowing and increase your chances of a future yes. Unpacking no means looking at it in several possible responses you can have. No can mean not now. A no might simply mean the timing is off. Think of it as a not now and explore the needs further with open-ended questions. You can ask things like, is there a better timing to discuss how this can benefit your business? This keeps the door open for future follow-ups and demonstrates your respect for their time. This is really important. So you're reframing the word no and considering it as a not now. The second way of doing this is to treat no as unfamiliar. And this way, in this case, no sometimes just indicates a lack of understanding. You can see it as an opportunity to educate your prospects and build trust. You can respond with something like, it sounds like you're unfamiliar with the benefits of whatever is your product or service. Can I walk you through how it can solve their specific pain point? And if you tailor your explanation to their needs and you highlight how your product or service directly addresses their challenges, then you might reframe the no and considering it instead as unfamiliar. Sometimes no means there are different priorities. A no might mean that their priorities lie elsewhere. And you can rephrase this as different priorities and showcase how your product aligns with their bigger goals. You can ask things like, I understand, but I can share how our product can actually free up resources for your other priorities. This is a way to reframe when the issue with the no is more, we're focusing on something else, we're focusing on different priorities. That can also happen. One fourth way of reframing the word no is, would you be open to X instead? Don't dwell on the flat no. You may offer alternative solutions that cater to their specific situations. You can try something like, while whatever it is your product might not be the perfect fit, are you open to learning about some other product that you might have that might address your specific needs? This shows your flexibility and your willingness to find a solution that works for them. And one final way of reframing the word no is let's find a solution, reframing. Turning the no into a collaborative effort, if you will. You can say, I understand your concerns. Let's work together to see if we can find a solution that meets your needs and budget. This positions you as a problem solver. It positions you as someone that they can build trust with, and it fosters a sense of partnership. After these 5 ways of reframing the no in sales, I'd like to tell you how you can embrace the no and turn rejection into a learning experience. You can think of every no as a learning experience that brings you closer to a yes. And here are some additional techniques that will help you reframe rejection and use it to your advantage. Number 1, identify underlying reasons. After a no, you should take some time to analyze the conversation. What were their objections? Was it a matter of price? Was it timing? Was it lack of understanding of the product's value? And you should use this information to fine-tune your approach in future interactions. Another way is to focus on building relationships. Sales is not just about closing deals. It's about building relationships. Even if someone isn't ready to buy now, a positive interaction can lead to future opportunities. You should focus on providing value and establishing trust. And the yes may come down the line. Sometimes it may come down the line, not in the company where your prospect is currently in, but maybe on another company that your prospect will go to. And they will remember you if you work on building relationships. There's also something else that I'd like to leave here. You should always track your numbers. You should monitor your conversion rate, the number of contacts that you turn into sales. And you should adjust your approach accordingly. Are there any patterns in the reasons for the rejections? You can use this data to fine-tune your pitch and to identify areas for improvement. Numbers will tell you a lot of stuff so long as you monitor them and look at them regularly. No is rarely the final answer. And by reframing it, focusing on the prospect's needs and using each interaction as a learning opportunity, you can transform rejection into a powerful tool for sales success. Another skill or tip, I would say, that I've been using for a long time now and that has helped me a lot in my sales work is embracing the no and earning money every time you hear no. In other words, let's take it, it's a step-by-step process, so stay with me. Number one, you should set an amount in money for each of your sales commissions. So you make a sale, and you earn, say, $1,000 in sales commission from that sale. And let's say that your commission is $1,000 for every sale you make. Now, if you don't work on commissions, you can also do this with the company's revenue numbers. It works both ways, it's fine. So let's say your company gets $10,000 for every sale you make, and then you can adjust your numbers accordingly. So you have let's do the commissions example. You have your commissions, $1,000 for each sale. Great. This means that every time you reach out to a prospect, so that's one reach out, or one time you attempted a reach out. Then you have another time that you attempted to reach out, can be anything from a LinkedIn message that you sent, a cold message, a cold call, whatever. Any time you attempt to reach out to a prospect for the first time, so that's one tick that you get in your box. And then you can monitor a lot of other stuff. You can monitor stuff along your sales funnel. You can monitor the amount of reach outs, the amount of people that actually respond to your reach out, the amount of discovery calls or qualifying calls or first meetings you have with them, the amount of quotes you send out, so on and so forth. You can record all this. But the important part here is that you record for each reach out, because that's the thing that depends exclusively on you, the salesperson. For each reach out you get, you put a tick. So you reach out, say, 10 people per day, and after 10 days, 10 working days, you reached out to 100 people. For every 100 people that you reach out to, you get 2 sales. You get $2,000. That means $2,000 divided by 100 people. That means you get $20 for each person that you reach out to. So this is really just looking at the numbers in a different way. And this motivates you. Every time you try to contact someone, you are already earning $20 because you know through the analysis, through the monitoring of your numbers, through the reach outs and all that you are accounting for, you will know how many people do you need to reach out to in order to make a sale. In this case, you need to reach out to 50 people to make one sale. So if you do decide, tell you what, just every 3 days I want to reach out for 50 people. Great. That means that every 3 days it is expected that you make a sale. It is expected that you earn $1,000 in a sales commission. And this really is helpful to keep you motivated, to keep you getting those that motivation to pick up the phone and call a prospect, or just go on LinkedIn and call a prospect. If you think about it, you are paid for the contacts you make, for the reach outs you make, not for the sales you close. It's a different way of looking at it, but in this case, a very positive way, a way that actually motivates you. And it's a realistic way of looking at it. You do no contacts, you get no sales, correct? And this mindset is the difference between a successful salesperson and an average salesperson. It's details like this one that really make the difference, because this keeps you engaged, it keeps you motivated, and it keeps you focused on the numbers, on getting those numbers, just the reach out numbers, okay? And next time you hear the word no, if you do have your numbers accounted for, and if you do win $20 or $10 or even half a dollar, let's say 50 cents for each reach out that you make, LinkedIn, cold call, whatever, just remember, you are making money, you are earning money for these contacts. And you are, of course, one no closer to closing a sale.